The boat show's coming. Better climb aboard, Double T. Every year, we have guys come in and we talk about the boat show and the fishing show and everything going on out there at the Indoor Sports Center. And every year, for about 45 minutes, we get excited about fishing.
Yeah.
And we always go, yeah, let's
We
got to
do it.
We got to go do something like this. This sounds like fun. And then what?
And then the year happens. And
then what
like,
happens?
We
Yeah.
didn't go.
It all goes away. Well, maybe this year's the year. Maybe this year's the year, Double T.
Could be.
It's time to talk boat and fishing show. Gentlemen, introduce yourself. What's going on?
Hi, I'm Mike Sopocy.
Mike?
And I'm Jimmy T.
What's going on, boys? You ready to do a little you guys are fishermen? What's your story? What's your deal? What are you all about here?
Well, I actually worked for him back in the day, and he got me into tournament fishing, and currently I fish tournaments with Bassmasters and FLW.
No kidding.
Yeah, absolutely.
And?
Me, I own a fishing tackle retailer store in Chicago.
Oh, in Chicago.
Called FishTech.
Okay.
And I'm also a guide, so I take people fishing.
Can I just say this right now? Since last year, I've actually been fishing once.
Wow.
I've been fishing once. I've actually got pictures of me fishing that I went last year. What is it you guys love about fishing? What is it?
Mainly the unpredictability. I mean, you could go out, you could end up catching, one of the biggest fish you ever caught, or you could go out and blank and wonder what you did wrong. I mean, it's always the best thing about fishing is it's one of those sports you could always get better at.
How do you get better at it? I mean,
if you
Gotta go more than once a
yeah,
year.
exactly. You gotta go one.
That helps. Practice.
seriously,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you can be the best fisherman ever, and you can still not catch fish.
True, but
Yeah.
even the best ever, they still go out and learn something new every time they go out on the water. So it's just one of those. I think it's a very unique sport because there's really no peak to it. You could always expand your knowledge, always expand.
learn.
Yeah, you're always learning, and you could
It's
always
great
be
for
better
the
at
family,
it.
Too. I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Get the kids out and keeps them out of trouble. And
Here, get closer to that
yeah,
microphone.
it's a family thing. So.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
How often do you go out? And I'm sure you have all your gear ready to go when you head out, and then once you get out, you got to completely change everything.
Yeah, well, for tournaments, it really for tournament fishing, it really varies. Like when I get ready for one of the FLW or Bassmaster tournaments, tournament prep goes. It almost starts right when they release the schedule.
Okay.
Because right then you're looking at electronics and what. Past history, what people won on, what they caught them on, what the water does during that time of year. There's so many factors that go into it, and then for weekend anglers, it depends on how knowledgeable you are about the lake, but it's getting the gear together, making sure you have line, hooks.
Do you wear it? Let me ask you.
Beer.
Beer.
Yeah.
Do you,
Yeah.
now, you don't drink beer when you're fishing tournaments, do you?
No.
Not tournaments, but
After.
Yeah. After.
Okay, gotcha.
After, absolutely.
Do you wear a fishing shirt?
Yes.
And there are special fishing shirts, aren't there?
Yeah, I actually have mine on now.
That's a fishing shirt? That's
well,
not
it's
a fishing shirt.
underneath.
Okay,
but
what is it? It's a fishing shirt. What kind of fishing shirt
Yeah,
is
it's basically a sun protection shirt.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm telling you right now, I have actual fishing shirts, Double T. You don't believe? Look, right here. I'm just going to prove right here. This is from last March, boys. Right there. What's that?
Nice.
Look at that. And that's a fishing shirt, isn't it? Can you
Yes,
see?
yeah, that's a
Can you
fishing
see?
shirt.
Can you see that's a fishing? What makes that a fishing shirt? Do you know? Oh yeah, it's got the little.
Well, you're holding fish.
Yeah, you're holding fish.
let me ask you a question.
Yeah, right.
Who
Yeah.
caught those and let you hold it
I
out?
was just going to ask that question. Did you actually catch those?
I
or
caught
did someone
them.
catch them for you?
Here's the one thing. Here's the one thing I will say, because that's the first time I'd been fishing in a long time. I was down in Florida, and they said, "Do you want to go fishing?" I went, "No." Yeah, you know what? I might as well do it. I'm on vacation. Let's go have some. And I just didn't know if I would dig it. And I got out there, and there is still nothing in the world. Everybody, I think, becomes a little kid right when that fish hits. Right when it hits, you just go bang. All of a sudden, you're like, yes.
Well, that's the part of fishing. That's it right there.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
Right there. That's why you do it.
Here's the one thing you got to remember: when you let them go, you got to slap them a little. I forgot, and my fish ended up floating.
Oh no! You slapped it too hard.
I didn't get it right. So I mean, so is this what you do for a living? Do you fish?
Kind of half and half. I mean,
You do.
Yeah,
I
he
do.
does. He does more than I do. You know, I am trying to get to a point where I could do it, you know, more, you know, to get away from, you know, the real world. But, you know, so.
It takes time. It
yeah,
takes
exactly.
effort.
It takes time. You have to qualify. You know, I'm at a pretty high level now, but, you know, I'm still always aiming to get higher. If I get there, great. If not, I'll still do it as a hobby.
When your passion becomes your job, is it a great thing or is it not necessarily a good thing? What is it?
It's the best because, you know, you get up, you got to go to work. I get to go fishing, so it's like I don't mind getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning and hooking the boat up and meeting my clients and taking them fishing. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, it really truly is.
As taking people fishing, talk about the kick you get out of when they're actually on the fish.
Oh, it's you know, just like you said. I mean, it's that first bite. You know, they smile, are happy. You know, they're catching fish, they're taking pictures. Grandmas, grandpas, they bring their grandkids. Fathers, even mothers. You know, they bring their kids and they get to catch their first fish, and it's something else. I mean, it is happy. I mean, it's cool.
What is the best fish you've ever caught? I mean, when you and it may not be the biggest fish, but it'd be the best fish you've ever caught that sticks in your head.
Well, I was going over a brush pile on Lake Okeechobee probably about 6
I'd love
years.
to take him down around Okeechobee.
Yeah.
That's a little Hank Williams Jr. right there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
So, you know, over that brush pile, me and my buddy caught, I think, 4 or 5 largemouth over 10 pounds.
No
So, I mean,
kidding.
yeah,
Wow.
and it was all like back to back to back to back.
That's
I mean,
fun.
it was pretty incredible. It was 50 pounds of fish and about 10 casts.
And here's the funny part is we got some of those fish that we caught down there filleted, and I thought, man, this is going to be great eating, you know, it's brand new fish. It still tastes like fish to me. Best fish you've ever caught.
Mine, I got a 55-inch, 45-pound muskie.
What is it about muskies, man? And when you start talking fishing, people start flipping out about muskie
Yeah,
fishing.
it's probably the most hardest freshwater fish to catch. I mean,
Why?
Well, it's the fish of 10,000 casts, so you have to make 10,000 casts before you catch your first one. But no, it's a hard fish to catch, and they're very mean and moody. And
Right. So it sounds like my wife.
yeah, that's what they are. I mean, and they're hard, and you know you have to learn how to do the figure eights, and there's a lot of technique to it and stuff like that. But the guys that you know are listening at musky fish, they know that's.
Hold on, you're talking. I mean, you're figure eight. What?
So yeah, so you cast your bait out, and
Yeah.
you retrieve it in, and then
What kind of bait I got on there if I'm trying to get me a
you could
muskie?
have a bucktail or a crankbait or
yeah.
a topwater bait, and then as you approach the boat, you do a big figure eight right next to the boat, so you keep the lure moving because a lot of times those fish like to follow,
Right.
Yeah.
and when they follow to the boat, then as you make those big wide turns, that triggers that fish to eat. So. And then it's all hell breaks loose.
By the way, I'm supposed to say Tony McIntyre is a far better fisherman than me. I need to say he was with me in Florida and he caught all kinds of fish. That guy was really good at it.
Yeah.
So what do we got going on at the boat show? What's happening? You guys are going to be out there? What are you going to be doing out there?
Yeah, we're there with his tackle store, FishTech. So
Yeah.
we'll be out there where you could get all your tackle needs for the upcoming season, whether you fish for muskie, bass, panfish, walleye. We got it all. We'll hook you up for the season. And then, you know, for the show aspect, you know, they're bringing in just about bringing in people for every species. Probably biggest name coming in is Shaw Grisby, who's on the Elite Series. I think.
Who?
Shaw Grisby.
Shaw Grisby.
Yeah, he's one of the big timers.
He's a guy.
Oh yeah.
No
You know,
kidding.
And then they got James Lindner coming in as well to talk about, you know, catfish and musky fish and walleye.
Hey, you guys ever do that thing where you just go in, you stick your arm down, and you grab a fish?
I have done that twice before.
Come on,
Yeah.
seriously?
Does that hurt?
It hurts like hell. and it's they weren't very big either. I mean, the biggest one I've done is about 10 pounds, but man, it rips you up.
They just
I think it's called
Noodling,
yeah.
Well, the worst thing about it, when I caught the 10-pounder,
I mean,
they had me going under a beaver dam, which is scary by itself.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't that seem like a special kind of stupid? I mean,
exactly. Because I'm terrified of snakes and just there's all kind
Beaver,
of
they have
muskrats
those
and
teeth.
stuff in there. Yeah.
So
I mean,
it's a beaver dam.
it's a
and
beaver
you're
dam,
afraid of snakes,
and I'm underneath the water.
Yeah, and so you go
sticking
down,
my hand in a hole,
and that's not pretty water. That's muddy, nasty,
I mean, you
dirty
can't
ass
see
water.
anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's horrible, and at the point you're underneath the water, it makes you wonder, why am I doing this? I don't know why. I want to say I'll never do it again.
But you're going to.
You're going to do it. You will.
I know.
You will.
Just because to be able to bring in a 50-pounder, even if my arm's cut off, I still think I'd do it.
Was your arm all cut up? What?
Well, the smaller ones, just cut up your fingers, which I think is even worse.
Right.
Because your fingers, even with bass, they still rip up your skin. And, it will sting for weeks.
So here you're down underneath there, and then what? You're just reaching in, grabbing, or you letting
no,
them grab a hold of you?
You're trying to take it off so it will bite your fingers, and then you grab onto them, and then try to pull it out of their hole. Yeah, exactly.
I didn't realize that's what. I thought you just grabbed it.
No, they have to
down.
bite. Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
have to bite you.
Wow.
Are there guys who are experts at this?
Yes.
No, it seems just
I know someone that actually does it for a living.
People pay to do
Yeah,
it.
people.
Yeah.
Hold
I'm sure
on.
they do.
People pay to do
I'm
this?
sure
Yeah.
they
To do
do.
Yeah, he was there was a TV show called Mudcats.
Yeah.
And he was
Yeah,
on there.
yeah.
His name's Cat Daddy. And
Of course his name is
of course
Cat
his
Daddy.
name's Cat Daddy, with the do-rag on. He's a pure Oklahomian. I think that's the right word. I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah, whatever. But he does it for a living. He competes in tournaments and, every weekend, I think. And he pulls in like 40, 50 pounders.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
See, that makes no sense.
Yeah, I know.
I'll stick to trying to catch a muskie once every 10,000. 10,000 casts. That's what. That's
And
what
it hurts the fishing business, tackle business too, because we don't sell anything.
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
We sell them a new hand. Here's a new hand.
Helps the bandage business.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
If
So,
that-
go ahead.
I said if anything, will get me to go back and stop doing it.
Hey, can you guys explain to me? I know it's the boat show and the boat and fishing show and all. Can you explain to me the fascination of ice fishing?
Yeah, first of all, it's just something to do in the winter, I think. What else are you going to do in the winter? You get a bunch of guys together and you go out and you drill a bunch of holes, and you could either tip up fish or jig you with a small rod, and hang out with your buddies and that kind of stuff. So, it can be fun. And, the best time to eat fish is actually through the ice. It's the cleanest water. The water settles down from all the boat traffic, so it's the clearest, cleanest water. And you catch, bluegills.
No
and
kidding.
Yeah, and you catch, you can catch dinner.
Well,
and it's good.
I guess
it don't taste like fish.
It's all tasting like fish, man. I at least tried it. It's just the way it was. So where are you guys going to be at the boat and fishing show? Indoor Sports Center. Where are you set up in there? Do you
We'll
know?
be right by the hog trough.
Yes, we're right next to the hog trough.
Oh, nice.
And we
Okay.
have everything: rods, reels, the whole combos, everything you need.
So if someone is maybe new and wants to try this, come by and see, and you can kind of help them out with the
Absolutely.
starter kit
Hook
and
'em
stuff.
up, yep.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that's what we're there for.
What? So people can they fish right there?
They have a trout pond.
Yeah,
So
they
yeah,
have-
the kids, anybody, but
Was it Ted Peck last year who was telling us he was doing that one time? He was supposed to do a fishing exhibit, and he had the hook with the barb on it. He wasn't supposed to have the hook with the barb.
Yeah, by
Because it was
accident. Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah, that's in the hog
They're-
trough.
Yeah. You're not supposed to do that.
No,
are
he doesn't
Yeah.
want you to catch the fish in there.
They have minnow races too.
Minnow races?
Yeah.
How can you have minnow races?
They don't have legs.
You know
Yeah.
what? And you can't paint a number on the side of it. What's up
They have
with that?
lanes.
Yeah, there's
They
only
have
one
lanes.
lane.
Well, very nice, guys. Thanks so much for stopping by. Enjoy the show all this weekend. It's going on today, tomorrow, and Sunday.
Yep.
Today
It starts
tomorrow.
at 3 today and 10 to 6 tomorrow and 11 to 5 on Sunday.
Very, very nice. Stone and Double T, it's 8:28. Good morning. The following segment is in consideration for an advertising commitment to WXRX and brought to you by Showtime Productions.